Well, hello, YouTube. This is Paula Anderson with Paula Anderson Coaching and Consulting. And I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that we're going to start a weekly leadership series. So, this video is going to be posted on our YouTube channel and it's going to be scheduled for tomorrow. But if you are connecting right now, you can see the live version. So I mentioned that back in July that I completed a graduate leadership certificate program, and throughout this program that I was in, I read several journal articles on leadership. And although leadership is something that I had been studying prior to me taking this leadership certificate program, it helped me to understand that leaders can be taught, and then also leaders are innate. And then, what kind of leadership style do you resonate with the most? So, we talk about charismatic leadership, we talk about transformational leadership, we talk about transactional leadership, and then we talk about servant leadership. So, this video is going to focus on charismatic leadership. Now, I want to reference two individuals that come to my mind. And when you think about these individuals, you'll say, okay, they do have charismatic leadership qualities. So we're going to go with President Barack Obama. Now, President Barack Obama was an unknown person until he delivered his keynote address for the Democratic National Convention in 2004. No one really knew who he was. They knew that he was a senator from Illinois, but he was not like within the establishment of the political arena. And so his speech resonated with so many people because he was able to connect with not just the political leaders that were in that room, but he was also able to connect with individuals that were listening on television. So if you were a young man, then you could be inspired by his message and how he actually became who he was at that time. If you were an elite person, meaning a business person, you were able to connect with him because he is a graduate of Harvard Law School. So he is the first example that I want to share with you guys as it relates to charismatic leadership. Now, in one of the articles that I read, and the title of it is Can Charisma Be Taught? Test of Two Interventions. And I'm going to cite the source in the link of this video. Can that be taught? Can someone who is able to relate to someone, can they actually learn how to do that? So I'm going to answer no, because there's a certain quality or characteristic about individuals who have charisma. Now, one of the things that the article does cite, and that the article cites, is that transformational leadership is a construct of charismatic leadership. So those can go together. Now, did he transform individuals? I think he did because he gave individuals hope. His campaign slogan, Yes, We Can, was a form of hope, and it helped individuals to begin to believe that they can do something different. So that's the first contemporary example. The second example is going to be Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, Dr. King was very instrumental in his messaging back in the civil rights movement. He was able to galvanize people together. He was able to work with all different kinds of people. So he talked with clergymen, he talked to political leaders, he talked to the lay person. He was able to really galvanize and be able to convey his message in a way where it reached not just one segment of the population. So he was able to use his knowledge, what he had learned as a pastor, and then communicate that through some of the historical moments that had taken place in our history, and be able to help individuals to understand, okay, this is what is happening today, and this is what happened in the past. So how are we going to begin to connect the two, and then how are we going to begin to understand that we need to move in a different direction? So he is another example of charismatic leadership because of how he used his influence And another thing that he did that was not really popular during that time period, he used television as a way to show what was going on in the South in terms of the police brutality. So he used a form of communication to let others know, okay, this is what was taking place down in the South. So I just wanted to give you just a little bit of background information, give you some real life practical examples of individuals that have been charismatic in their leadership. And they have influenced many millions of people based off of how they connected with them. And you may not have um, interacted with them like directly, but you saw them from television, you saw them from a speech, you saw them from platforms, and you were able to learn and connect with them and understand what message that they were trying to convey to the population that they were trying to reach at that time. So stay tuned for more weekly videos on leadership from Paula Anderson, Coaching and Consulting. Thank you.